Okay, today we're going to break down a matchup from Brennan O'Neill versus Matt Dunn. And we're going to see how Matt Dunn is able to become a total lockdown defender here. So let's jump into the first clip. Great check by Matt Dunn there. Let's watch what he's able to do that makes it so effective, though. One of the biggest checks that a lot of defensemen don't think about is a poke check. It's one of the most effective checks that you could use as a defenseman that doesn't help, that barely makes you lose space, right? You could still backpedal, you could still pretty much do anything while being able to throw a poke check. And it's most effective, in my opinion, at these dodges at X when an offensive player, an attackman especially, don't expect it. Because he's not fully pressed out on Brennan O'Neill here, right? There's a little bit of space, but Brennan O'Neill's pretty much just expecting him to run this way. Just stay with him the whole matchup. He's not expecting anything special. But Matt Dunn is pretty much just able to hit the middle of his chest here. Nothing special at all. He's able to get the ball out and then close out in a stick, which is a very important part of the ground ball here. Then helps them. They're able to eventually pick it up by a great job. Okay, in the next clip, we're going to watch a Matt Dunn right here. He's going to be right here. And he's actually going to have to go all the way out at X to guard Brennan O'Neill. So let's see how he's able to do it. Just meets him out there, drives. The one thing he does is he forces him up the alley. And I know Brennan O'Neill's able to take a shot on this, but it's a very unrealistic shot. So let's go back even more very to the beginning. And right here, Brennan O'Neill catches the ball out here. Matt Dunn, we see him, he's not too excited to go meet him. You know what I mean? A lot of defenders in this situation are really excited to go get on hands, but Matt Dunn, it looks like he pretty much just doesn't care about that. He is very focused on playing zone defense, I would say. Not exactly zone defense, that's not the word I mean for it, but imagine you're a defender in like cover 2 or 3 and you're playing football. You're more back. That's what Matt Dunn is playing like right now. He's playing as a more laid-back defensive player because he knows how powerful Brennan O'Neill is. So let's watch what he's able to do here. Again, he's able to meet him. He's going to meet him right here at GLE. And this is where he's going to try to turn him. And even though he's not able to turn him, one thing he's able to do is keep him away from the goal. Look at what Brennan O'Neill's able to do right now. Nothing. He's away from the goal. If he even wants to take another step up here, Matt Dunn is matching feet with him and driving him out. So there's no way that Brennan O'Neill is able to shoot the ball, at least yet in this situation, right? Now, one thing on this roll dodge that Matt Dunn's able to do so well is the reason he actually rolls is because he takes away the middle of the field, right? The middle of the field is totally taken away. We see his stick right here being covered on Brennan O'Neill and pretty much telling Brennan O'Neill, like, you're not turning, buddy. Turn back around. And then as soon as he does roll here, he uses a very effective back check, right? I actually do not know the name for this, but when offensive players roll, a lot of the time, they switch hands at the wrong time and their stick is left hanging here or it's just left hanging straight up, right? So that's a very effective check to throw there in that situation. And even though he doesn't land it, he's able to get back into a V hold, which isn't the best thing ever, but he's still able to now disrupt hands and make Brennan O'Neill take a one-hand shot. That's very unrealistic. Well, the next step we're going to look at right here is really quick. We're going to see Matt Dunn right here on the side, and I'm just going to run through it right through the play because it's a pretty quick play. He's able to he's just keeping Brennan O'Neill out of the middle, right? And to break this down, what happens is Brennan O'Neill is fully going down and he's fully going towards the goal, right? But what Matt Dunn realizes is this angle, even if he just keeps going on a straight line, he's literally going to the back of the cage. He has no angle, so Matt Dunn does not need to overplay here. As a defender, situation and situational awareness is very important in a game. That's why you don't guard offensive players the same way you would at X, as on the wing, as up top, as in the middle of the field, as on the crease, right? There's always different situations, and that's what film breakdowns like this help you get at. So if you want more help with these film breakdowns, go check out the playlist on my page, Elite Defensive Film Breakdowns, so you can learn more stuff like this. But getting back to the breakdown here, what Matt Dunn is able to do is very simple. He's pretty much just throws a very small V hold check. Watch this. He literally just stays with him, nothing crazy, but it's a great defensive move. Okay, this is the last clip we're going to watch today from Matt Dunn. And what he's able to do here is really effective. He doesn't get a cause turnover, but it's a play that doesn't show up on the stat sheet, but that's so effective. And he's really good at it, being able to lock down defenders, especially players like Brennan O'Neill. It's so hard to do, but he's able to do it so effortlessly. So Brennan O'Neill's going to be right up the alley. Pretty much puts him to low, like hold check, I guess you could say, but whatever. Brennan O'Neill hits a split dodge, right? So at this point, Matt Dunn is pretty sure he's going off the field. You know, when you see a split dodge like this and his full energy is now transferred that way, that's pretty much where he's going to go. He's not going to change back too much unless he's one of those attackmen, and nobody likes those attackmen. So what Matt Dunn does right here when he meets GLE, right? So let's say they're about at GLE right here. GLE is like a bad line actually, but whatever. GLE's right there, bad line again. God, terrible drawing lines, I guess. But what Matt Dunn's able to do so effectively, he's able to close out, right? And he's able to bring the stick in front of Brennan O'Neill just to make him as uncomfortable as possible, right? Because as an offensive player, if he has free hands and he feels comfortable, he's going to keep dodging, he's going to keep redodging. As a defender, make him feel as uncomfortable as possible. So what he's able to do here is he's able to drive, and then as soon as Brennan O'Neill gets this little foot of separation, where a lot of attackmen or players would love to shoot from, he gets back on hands. He's already checked again. Check. And now he stays calm.